And we are back with Dr. Stacey. So earlier in the show, she showed us how to refinish furniture by doing some painting and kind of the first steps of that. Yes. But tell us from here where we go with this process.
Yeah. So now we want to finish this. So we want some type of covering on top of the paint that's going to keep it from chipping or wearing off, something like that.
Yeah.
I really like to use wax.
Okay.
Makes it look a little bit more old world, maybe a little bit more European. If you want to do something that looks more classic, that's what you want to use. Okay. You can use lacquers, you can use polyurethane.
Will wax like harden up?
Okay. Wax will definitely harden up. It will harden up in a few hours to touch. It'll be dry to touch in a few 35 minutes to 40 minutes, harden up in a few hours. And then I always recommend that if you do cover something with wax, that you wait approximately 2 weeks to 4 weeks and just be real gentle with it.
Before you wax it, or?
No.
Oh,
after
how long
should
we wait between painting and waxing?
I let mine dry overnight, just to be safe.
Okay.
So the magic of television, ours are completely dry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought 3 different colors, I see.
Yes.
What are we going to use?
Okay, so we have a clear wax. If you didn't want any color whatsoever to change your paint, you'd want to use your clear wax.
Okay.
I prefer what's called the light wax.
Okay.
It's got just a little bit of dark brown color to it, like maybe a little amber.
Okay.
And then we have dark wax, which is going to be something we use to highlight.
Okay.
So we don't want to use this on everything. This is just more of a kind of a embellishment.
And do we do 2 layers?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
So what you'll want to do is take your brush. Go ahead and grab it. You want to put quite a bit on your brush. Like that. And then once you're done loading up your brush, you'll wipe it.
I can't tell. Like I can't
I know,
tell.
I'm like,
It's like the same color.
You'll feel it, yeah.
Okay.
You'll put it on your little cardboard.
Oh, really?
And you want to wipe off so you want to kind of just distribute it in the brush and wipe a little bit of it off.
I see. Okay, I got too much. Now I can tell how much I have in my brush.
Exactly.
Okay, so then?
So then you want to just lightly go in a crisscross pattern. So we go this direction.
Oh.
And then go back the other direction.
This is easy.
So this puck wax that we're using has carnauba wax in it and beeswax. So it's going to dry to a really hard finish.
Okay.
And you want it just to be a nice light coat. Kind of
keep your fingerprints off of it. I can picture my fingerprint.
You can. It's
solidified.
It's going to be hard to do that, but yeah.
Okay.
So you could do this. You just want to. That's it. You just want to do a light coat. You let this dry 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
If you see that it doesn't look like it's covered, say it looks like it's still really dry paint, you know, just kind of the matte paint on there, you want to do another coat over the top of it, and that's fine.
Okay. How would we use this dark one? Do we only use it in certain spots?
We do. So the dark wax, same thing. You want to load it up on your brush, offload it on your cardboard.
Okay.
And then I always say put dark wax somewhere that it feels like your hands will go. So if you're doing a dresser, if you're doing a table, you want to go just maybe on the edges.
Okay.
This kind of ages it then?
It does age it, yes.
Okay.
So it gives it that time-worn look.
Oh.
So see how it just added a little bit of color to that?
Okay.
You can kind of do just a little bit everywhere.
Okay.
So.
We can kind of hold that up so the camera can see that a little bit. How it kind of gets in the grooves like that, I guess.
You can just along the edges.
On the edges.
Like where your hands would rub.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, years and years of pulling out a drawer, or, you know, having your foot on a table, things like that.
Well, that is so easy. And then that's it. And then you wait a couple weeks before you would use it. And
so that's it. You would do that. And then the best thing to do is after it dries, you want to buff it.
Okay.
So I just take a clean, lint-free rag.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to buff.
Now, while you're doing that, tell us again where we can find information about your classes.
You can actually find information on my classes at mainmercantile.com or at drstaceypaints.com. The Dr. Stacey Paints website will have all my class locations, not just the ones at Mixa.
Okay.
I am doing some in Stratford also.
Awesome.
All right, Dr. Stacey, thanks so much for joining us.
This is so fun. Thank you.